If you're relying solely on Airbnb to make income from your short-term rental / service accommodation, then I'd argue that you're already losing. But going forward from tomorrow, it's going to get a whole lot worse because they're actually increasing their service fee to 15.5% plus VAT, which effectively means that you're now losing about 20% of your revenue to the online booking platforms, which is massive. And a lot of hosts don't even realize this. Because again, I feel like it's one of those things, it's not really talked about much online. People don't factor in these platforms, they're not free to use. They take a bit of money from us, from our bookings. To lose 20%, it's a big chunk. So when you were doing your analysis to work out that you can make £100 a night from the property, when you start receiving your payouts from the platform, you realize that the numbers weren't adding up and it wasn't equating to what you originally calculated. So before you take on any deal, especially when you're doing a rent to rent, you need to fully understand the costs that are involved, because outside of your rent and your bills, the biggest expense after that is going to be the booking platforms. So you really need to take this into consideration. But it's not only just like profit margins that are affected when you rely on Airbnb, but it leaves you vulnerable to a few other things as well. Because like one of the first things, they could literally shadow ban you at any point. The algorithms could stop working in your favor, and now your listing is getting hidden and people aren't seeing it. So you're relying heavily on Airbnb. It's not really a sustainable business because you're effectively building your business on someone else's land. And maybe your account got abandoned, got taken away from you. How are you going to be generating your income? So if you're serious about generating wealth and generating income from Airbnb and service accommodation, it's important that you build something sustainable and that you have more control over. And the way you do that is simply by getting direct bookings. Now, there's so many benefits of getting direct bookings. Not only is there no booking platform fees, you make higher profit margins, but you have better quality control. It's easier to build customer loyalty with your people that have stayed with you, but also you're not subject to the forever changing policies that the booking platform set on you, because they're not really on your favor as much as we utilize them to get our bookings. If a guest has an issue with their stay or with your property, they may run to Airbnb and automatically Airbnb will side with them and start blaming you, even though you may not actually be in the wrong or caused any fault. You don't want your business to be at the mercy of these booking platforms. So really focusing on direct business, that is the way forward. So I'll run you through a few strategies you can utilize to actually get some of these direct bookings, because when you think of other businesses like hotels, for example, they generally build their business off their own direct booking platforms. They're not heavily reliant on other platforms, so we should be no different to them. The first way, and probably the easiest, is through repeat business, repeat customers. Whenever someone stays at your property, you want to incentivize them to stay again. And one of the ways in which you can do that is by offering a discount if they choose to stay with you maybe later down the line. One of the things that we do is we capture the email addresses from everyone that stays at our property. It's one of the requirements that we take from people before they check in. So that way what we can do is basically create an email list, send it out to all of our previous customers, and then they're now getting discount codes, promotions that have been sent directly to them that they can use to book one of our properties. Another thing you can do is put your QR code somewhere in the property, and that QR code, when scanned, maybe takes them to your direct booking platform, again, where people can book directly with you. Maybe you set up an automated message after people check out to say, we hope you've enjoyed your stay. To book in future and get the best rates, go to our direct booking website and we will beat any price that you get on booking.com or Airbnb. So these are just simple ways you can encourage people to book directly again with you later down the line. And the more you operate, the longer you've been running, the more guests you've accommodated in, the more repeat customers you're going to get. So that's probably the first and foremost, the easiest way to get direct bookings. The second way is reaching out to corporations, companies, and contractors. So one of the biggest demographics of guests who are going to stay at your property will be contractors, people who are essentially on a work project, staying away from home, and their company will pay for them to stay in accommodation. What you can do is simply just do cold outreach. It's probably one of the easiest methods in business. It's been around for years and it always will be. Cold calling, maybe sending cold emails to people, offering your services for organizations who may require accommodation. What you could also potentially do as well is, so that it's not so cold, is maybe go to local hotels, go through the car park, see if you can find any like vans, any contractor vans, take a note of their business, maybe take down their website or even just the name, give them a Google search, and then I'm sure you can find a number or an email, and the next working day, reach out to them, offer your service, because you know that they require short-term accommodation. And then you can maybe pitch them, show them all the values of why your accommodation is better than staying in a hotel. And then that's a great way to get some direct business. You're not paying any booking platform fees, and it was literally free. Now, the next one is building your own website. What I'd actually recommend is that you basically create blog posts about your properties on your website and just jam pack it with keywords. So for example, if you had a property in Brighton near the beach, I would basically write in the blog that the property is perfect for people visiting the beach in Brighton. Maybe include words like Brighton Pier, accommodation and things like that. So when people are searching online for something specific, it increases the chance that your website will come up in the search results. And currently what's happening is a lot of people are using ChatGPT more and more nowadays. And they may say, for example, find me the perfect accommodation for my stay in XYZ location for, I don't know, X event. ChatGPT will basically scan the internet using things such as like SEO and keywords to find something suitable. If your website has all these keywords jam-packed in it, then you're going to appear and then it's going to recommend you to people like that. So that's another great way. Also, leading on from that, create like a brand presence for your business as well. Have like a Google profile. So if anyone searches your business into Google, you will appear, people can see your reviews, and also they'll have a link obviously to reach out to you directly and have a link to your website. And when I say brand presence as well, that also translates to your listings that you do put on Airbnb. 70% of direct business comes from OTAs. Like, a lot of people understand that try and include your logo in as much places as possible, even within your pictures. Maybe have like subtle hints of your business name or your logo in your pictures so people can find you. Like, you constantly want to showcase your business so people remember it and they can search for it and find you directly. If they book directly with you, they can often get a cheaper price. So if you've branded your listing and you've made it obvious and clear that you offer discounts for direct bookings, it takes 30 seconds to Google your business name, find you, send you an email, or go to your website and book direct. One of the ways in which you can encourage this for your listing as well is like for your title, to put words like long stay discounts, contractor stays, words like this just encourages people to reach out to you directly and helps them to understand that there are discounts available. There are a few other strategies as well, but ultimately what you need to be thinking is, where would the guests who are looking to book accommodation, where would they be searching? What type of things would they be looking for online to find suitable accommodation? And if you can understand the guest behavior, that's how you can position your business to be able to attract those types of bookings. Right now, I'm pretty fortunate enough in my business where I think about 50% of our portfolio is on direct booking, sorry. Like, it's a great position to be in, especially going into the winter months. And majority of that is contractors, but also like insurance, even some like relocation, some families looking to relocate. There's a lot of different types of guests who will book your property, but focusing on these long-term bookings is really where the money's at. Increases your margin, less headache, and you've got a more sustainable business. And the good news is, over time, it actually becomes easier to get direct bookings as well. The longer you've been running, more people remember you, come back to you later down the line. As your portfolio grows, you get more properties, you would have accommodated more guests who would then reach out to you again. It really does become easier. And right now, I think we literally get inquiries almost every week now through our WhatsApp, through our email, or people that have stayed with us previously or found us online who are now looking for places to stay. So look, Airbnb can be a really good platform to use to get bookings, but don't let it run your business. They can literally just keep increasing their fee year on year, and before we know it, they're taking like half the money from the bookings, and it's not even profitable for us. So to take control of your business, you need to focus on getting those direct bookings. That's really where you can make a lot of money in the market. A lot of the successful operators that I know and around me in my circle, they're also focusing on direct business as well. So don't wait for your margins to literally just disappear. Take the action now. Start building out your email list, start reaching out to people, and just focus on building your brand. Focus on building your brand presence and just trying to blast yourself in as many places as possible so people remember you, remember your company, and then come back to you. So that's my thoughts for today. I'm going to move because it's raining, it's chucking it down. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next video.